Zimbabwe. Welcome to another episode of Karina Live. My name is Karina Mujati, your favorite comrade sister. Thank you for your support, and to all those who have subscribed, thank you very much for your subscription, and also those who are returning to engage. Thank you very much for all the time and your efforts. And also, please keep sharing so that people they get awareness. They know what is happening around Zimbabwe. Together we can. In this journey, we need each other, and let's find each other. So yesterday I spoke about FAZ and the scary things of how FAZ is operating in Zimbabwe. And I'm appealing to the Zimbabwe National Army, General Valerio Sibanda, and all the Zimbabwe National Army commands to say, guys, why are you sleeping on the job? Why are you sleeping on the job? We need answers. Because currently the situation in Zimbabwe about FAZ, how they are operating is scary. And from my understanding, FAZ came during the August 2023 election. They told the nation that they were going to step in as volunteers to assist with ZanuPF. And this was Tafumane. We all know what FAZ did to members, independent members, and other people within ZanuPF. They were terrorizing people. We know FAZ came in and took over the structures of ZanuPF. And unfortunately, I don't know as well whether the ZanuPF senior guard, the old guards, are aware the extent of what FAZ has done. FAZ has weakened the structures for ZanuPF. Because FAZ, they are now giving orders to ZanuPF structures from cell level up to province level. This is worrying. This is worrying. So the people who are behind FAZ is Emerson Mnangagwa, Christopher Mutsvangwa, Tafumane, and Isaac Moyo, the Director General of the Central Intelligence Organization of Zimbabwe. Are you aware that in terms of FAZ volunteers, there are around estimated about 100,000 people who they recruited covertly during the elections, telling them that, oh, they were supporting the party. And these people, they've been lied to by FAZ and they've signed up to FAZ. Please, General Valerius Band, please hear me. And all the Zimbabwe National Army commands, please hear me. Even equally the Zimbabwe Air Force, Zimbabwe Prison Services, hear me. Because all of you people, you are under threat from FAZ. Is FAZ now an armed wing for CIO? FAZ is being trained out in Iran. They are being trained by Pasdaran in Iran. They, to my understanding from the information I have, they've trained between 400 to 500 people who have been trained military. Why are they being trained in Iran? Who is FAZ? What is FAZ's agenda if not terrorism? My people, are we going to wait and watch Mnangagwa, Christopher Mutsvangwa, Isaac Moyo, Tafumane creating terrorists whilst we are watching and we are not doing anything? Where are you, Zimbabwe National Army Command? Are you going to wake up one day either fighting FAZ, or you are going to be all under house arrest, or you are going to wake up all dead? And I'm talking about you, the Army Command, from colonels up to you, generals. What is going on? MID, where are you? These FAZ people have been recruited from Solusi University, Joan Masowe National and Central, Zion Church, Zion Christian Church, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's why they have recruited these people who are now working who are now the terrorists, roaming the streets in their plain clothes with bolsters, gun bolsters in their waist. And that is the most dangerous thing. The most dangerous person is a civilian who is armed, and you cannot identify them. A soldier, yes, you can see that there's a soldier, there's a police, there's an F-man. But these FAZ, they are a danger because they are armed and you don't know who you are talking to. My people, be very, very careful. So, what I am now telling you now is that 90% are military capable individuals or FAZ. 90% out of those 400 to 500 people, 90% of them, they are military capable individuals who have been trained in Iran by past data. Are we going to watch Zimbabwe becoming an Iran of Southern Africa? Are we going to watch ED dragging our country into a civil unrest nation because he's so greedy for power, and the Mutsvangwas and the Tafumanes and Isaac Moyo? What is going on, Valerio Sibanda? Please, we need answers. MID, we need answers. FOC, we need answers. Where prison services, the police, we need answers. Are you telling us you are not aware of this? Because all of you, the ones I've mentioned, you are equally under threat of this FAZ, because no one is safe. All they want, they are trained bandits, they are trained terrorists. They are going to turn Zimbabwe into a Southern African Iran. This FAZ is coordinated by 2 Iranians who are based at the Iranian embassy in Harare. They are the ones who are working with Christopher Mutsvangwa, Isaac Moyo, Emerson Mnangagwa, and Tafumane. Those two people stationed at Iranian embassy, they are the ones who are coordinating everything in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is now a crime scene. Are you aware that FAZ are the ones behind most of the armed robberies? Whether it's in Harare, whether it's in Bulawayo, whether it's in Mutare, those armed robberies are operated by FAZ as they are putting into practice what they've been taught in Iran to see their strength and their power. What is going on in Zimbabwe? Are you also equally aware that most of the truck drivers doing cross-border are now operating under FAZ? They've been recruited to do smuggling. We all heard Wikinochiva say that we are going to go to the borders, we are going to do this. They'll be bringing in things. What things are they bringing in? They're doing smuggling. We don't even know how many arms has been brought into Zimbabwe, has been smuggled into Zimbabwe through these haulage trucks. The immigration officers and the customs officers at the borders, they are so under threat of FAZ because the FAZ, they've got their members stationed at the borders. Zimbabwe military, can you not station your own military at the borders and do the immigration checks and the customs checks so that every truck is searched? No truck should live unsearched. They are smuggling things. Zimbabwe is under threat. Which war are we going into? Emerson Mnangagwa, Christopher Mutsvangwa, Tafumane, Isaac Moyo, the CIO director. Please, may they be interviewed and arrested for their thing. And also the Iranian embassy, so 2 people must also be asked to leave Zimbabwe and go back where they are coming from. They cannot come to enforce Zimbabwe to accept Emerson Mnangagwa. Emerson Mnangagwa and his gang, they are terrorists and they should be identified as such, unfit, evil, and terrorists who wants to kill our people, who wants blood for Zimbabweans at the expense of Zimbabwe so that they can continue to plunder the nation. What is going on? Zimbabwe National Army High Command, we need answers. Are you aware that those people, do you still remember during election We were told that those helicopters, I think there were 18, they were going to be ambulances. Does anyone know where those helicopters are? From the intelligence which I have, those helicopters are now 33. Where are those helicopters? No Zimbabwean civilian has ever made use of those helicopters. Whether it's in a crisis, whether there's a terrible accident, whether there's anything, no Zimbabwean civilian has ever used those helicopters. They are being used by FAZ. FAZ is now training helicopter pilots in Iran with past Taran. What for? Air Force of Zimbabwe, where are you? How can a CIO have more helicopters than the Air Force? Those helicopters, no Zimbabwean is using them. What is going on? Where are the helicopters? Can somebody tell us where the helicopters are? And why is FAZ training these helicopter pilots? What for? We've got Air Force, we've got airmen who are trained in Zimbabwe and sent abroad to protect our nation. But now we've got these illiterates who've been brainwashed from Solution University, Seventh-day Adventist, Joanne Masowen, National and Central, and the Zion Christian Church. Please, my people, dear parents, dear ZanuPF people, do not celebrate anything FAZ. FAZ is going to kill you. FAZ does not mean any good for Zimbabwe. FAZ is a terrorist organization which is going to kill, maim people for power so that ED can remain in power. And FAZ is not even going to defend the opposition because the FAZ has already destroyed the opposition. Zimbabweans, when I speak, listen. I know some will say, yes, she go again. I will speak and I will speak. When you hear me saying something, I know what I'm talking about. Valerio Sibanda, my Air Force, Tuesday, what is going on? Should our people die? Should our people just be waiting ducks so that ED can kill them? MID, where's your intelligence? You are being countered by CIO. Where's your intelligence? Are you now sellouts? All these armed robberies in Zimbabwe is FAZ. They are operating them. They are smuggling things in and out of Zimbabwe. They are smuggling things. Are you aware? FAZ is now operating in Zambia, in Lusaka. Another diplomatic mistake. FAZ, they are currently in KwaZulu-Natal. Another diplomatic mistake which is being done and created by Emerson Mnangagwa, Christopher Mutsvangwa, Tafumane, and Isaac Moyo. What is going on? You heard Wikino bragging that they'll be doing corruption on the borders because he knows that they'll be bringing in things, smuggling guns and everything. Where are you people? Now, my dearest people, those who have their children signed for National Youth Service, please hear me. Ask your children to withdraw from that program. The National Youth Service is not serving Zimbabwe's interest. It's going to serve. It's going to serve as an armed wing of us again. Those children, they are going to be trained in guerrilla tactics. Those children are the ones who are going to kill you. There's no youth service. That youth service, can you not see where they are recruiting those people? Can you not see Zimbabwean? Please, my people, ask your children to withdraw from that plan. There's nothing about youth service. And these people working for FAZ, these 400, 500, they are paid. Where is FAZ getting the funds? Who is funding FAZ? The CIO? The business is for CIO? What is going on? We need answers. MID, where are you? Zimbabwe National Army Command, where are you? We need answers, Valerio. Our people can just be waiting, sitting ducks. That will be good. Just shot by ED. The most dangerous thing is first there are civilians walking the streets, roaming the streets. You won't suspect this woman or that man. They are watching. They are moving around with the bolsters in their waist with guns, loaded guns, pistols. They are the most dangerous. As of an Air Force airman, you can identify them with their uniform or with a police uniform or a Zimbabwe National Army uniform. But these parts, they are dangerous. They are planted everywhere. Everywhere you are, there's FAZ. Can Zimbabwe turn into Iran for Southern Africa because ED is greedy for power? Those people who have called that ED must go, it must go. This thing about ED saying that we've been infiltrated, we should stick together. People, don't give ED more time. The time you are giving him more time, he's going to wipe you, he's going to kill you. When he wanted Mugabe to go, we were waiting for a Congress, isn't it? It was less than 3 weeks for ZanuPF Congress. He says you could not wait. So why does ED now want us to wait until December for ZanuPF Congress? So that you would have wiped out all the Zimbabwe National Army Command. You would have wiped out the Air Force Command. You would have wiped out the prisons. You would have wiped out everyone who stopped him in his tracks. People, I know Zimbabwe military, MID, we need answers. Because one day, all of you from kennels, one day you wake up, you are dead meat. If you are not going to take action and disband FAZ and declare FAZ a terrorist organization and caution the Iranian embassy in Zimbabwe, then you will see what is coming your way. And when it comes, we won't even be sorry because we have warned you. How many times? Why are you sitting in ducks? Who is ED? Why are you scared of ED? Why are you scared of ED? ED said that Mugabe had criminals around him, but we never saw any criminal around Mugabe. But ED's got criminals around him, and we can see the criminals and we can identify him. So why are you giving ED more time? We need ED gone, and ED must go. How can we continue with this thing? We can't continue like this. And it has to stop. It has to stop, Zimbabwe. It has to stop. Varumi. Mudati vanhu because it is obsessed with power. Are you aware, MID, Imimi, ZRP, CID, Zimbabwe Prison Services, Air Force, military police, are you aware that all these FAZ truck drivers, they are smuggling? They are smuggling. And do you know that they've got a house? Is it called, in Waterfalls, is it called Menway Meadows? Is it called Menway Meadows? They've got a house which they are using as their storage place. They've got a house which they are using to smuggle things in there. They are using that house as a forward supply base for rations such as the smoking the fish, smoking the fish, beef. A house in Menway Meadows. You must check all this information I'm giving you, and I've made this public. And soldiers, you must deploy your own army, your units, your battalion to the borders now. You must do something. You must take action. And your units or the battalions stationed at the border posts must be the ones responsible for. They are the ones who are supposed to be responsible for searching all the trucks. They must take over from what is it called? They must take over from customs. Customs, they are being paid there because they are intimidated by FAZ, which is stationed at the borders. You must do action. Valerius Banda, I need answers. I need answers. We cannot afford our people to be killed. If you guys you want to be killed, yes, you get killed. But our people, that's your job. It's about security, securing the borders of Zimbabwe. And now we've got terrorists on our soil operating in Zimbabwe, and you are not doing anything. What is going on in Zimbabwe? Will you, Zimbabwe Military Command, I need answers. What is going on? ED has taken over everything. FAZ is now taking over everything. They are operating fuel trucks, haulage trucks. They are cross-boarding into Zambia, causing another diplomatic chaos for Zimbabwe and Southern Africa. They are now crossing over into, they have been there since elections. They are in KwaZulu-Natal. And you want to go create a mess for our people. We've got people in South Africa. If they are sent back home, can ED contain them? Do you have jobs for those people? What is going on? We need answers. Please give us answers. This is too much. We need answers. We need answers. That's all I'm saying. We need answers. Please help us. We need answers. We cannot afford to have this. We cannot afford to have this. We need answers, and answers, that is what we need. And this is what I have to say about FAZ. Now they are training helicopter pilots. And you see the areas where they are recruiting. They've recruited from auxiliary people side. People who are going to be loyal to them to protect their own auxiliary Mnangagwa. They've recruited from Midlands, Solution University. They've recruited from Christian Zion Church, which is from the Masvingo province, Seventh Day, which is also dominated in Masvingo. Are you seeing what is happening, or you're not seeing it? It is about Emerson Mnangagwa and the auxiliary interests, not Zimbabweans. FAZ must be disbanded, and I declare FAZ a terrorist organization that needs to be annihilated before it makes its widespread and exhume our nation. FAZ is a terrorist organization, and it must be identified as such. And the people must identify all FAZ terrorists because they are a danger to society. Zimbabwe is going to turn into an Iran, and we must not have this on our soil. We must condemn this. Zimbabweans, you must stand up and fight this, because this is going to consume the nation. Zimbabwe is going to be embroiled in civil unrest. Zimbabwe is going to be an Iran, a dysfunctional place for anyone. People are not going to be able to live in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is going to be chaos because of one man called ED who is greedy, and these people. When he said Mugabe had thieves around him, out Mugabe, you took him out. Now but we never saw any thieves around Mugabe. But now the thieves around ED can be identified. We can, from white, black, Asians, we know the criminals. Why are you scared to take him out? Chris Mutsvangwa is the people's enemy. Tafumana is the people's enemy. Isaac Moyo is the people's enemy. And the FAZ is against us. My people, if you've got a daughter or a son who is signed for national service, please tell them to say they are no longer interested. Your children will come and kill you just to protect one man, and they are suffering. This is bad. And then Mnangagwa is telling Politburo that we've been infiltrated. We need to stick together. We'll give me time so that we get to ZanuPF election. He will kill you if you give him that opportunity. And then he's waiting so that he can be handed the SADC chairmanship. That will be the gross mistake if SADC are going to do that, because already FAZ is in Zambia, FAZ is in South Africa. That will be the West. Southern Africa will become a terrorist place, and it will be weakened. We are in trouble with this ED. If Zimbabwe military, if you are no longer serving the nation's interests, just tell us that FAZ is now the new army and of terrorists and bandits who are going to be maiming our people and killing our people. Just let us know. And then we know that our country has gone to the dogs. There's nothing left for the people of Zimbabwe. How can we have you men in uniform just sitting there, docile? You are not doing anything. We need answers. We need to know what is going on. Me, I need answers because I'm a Zimbabwean. I've got my family in Zimbabwe, and my people should be safe. And I myself, wherever I am, I should be safe. I should not be under any threat of FAZ. And I want FAZ to be declared a terrorist organization and to be disbanded in Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa does not deserve any more extension of time. Mnangagwa, out he must go. He's not fit for purpose. He's a danger to society. We are all under a threat from Mnangagwa. All he cares about is stealing, and killing people. No, we cannot have that. We cannot have that. So this is what I wanted to say today about FAZ, and also what that ED Mnangagwa was asked by some senior ZanuPF old guard to say that he must go, but he doesn't want to go. And we have also seen how unhappy the Varakashi are. But it's too late now, Varakashi. It's too late. We were telling you about your ED. That ED is not fit for purpose. And now he is just embarrassing you. And now you don't even know how to defend him. You are not happy. You are just calling out weak now. Weak now is being used by ED. The real criminal is ED. And you must be calling for ED to resign. And for ED to go. Don't just say weak now, weak now, weak now. And to see that maybe ED's got, I don't know, because what ED is doing, it does not serve in our nation's interest. What ED is doing, Zimbabweans. Can you imagine? I don't know those people who look after ED, because I hear that Daf Correa join ED in his motorcade and do all these things close to him. Daf Correa is not even strip search. If I was Daf Correa, then the next Jackson ED. That's how ED is reckless, because such kind of things can happen. What if Daf Correa is being bought by some people and then ED is killed? Because no one is searching Daf Correa and he doesn't see all those threats around him. Me, I have to say my own. ED is not just a danger to himself. He's a danger to all of us. And all the people around him. Serve him, serve ED at your own risk. But what I know, if you are not going to deal with this first thing, and if you are not going to make sure that ED steps down, I'm telling you, you are all going to be wiped out. I feel sorry for all of you guys who told him that you must resign. He will come for you, he will wipe you all out. The better you tell ED to go. The same way when Mugabe was said to have criminals around him, you took action. Now we want action. Now we want action. We want action. What is going on? The military, tell us what is going on. FAZ has got more power than you people. The 33 helicopters, ED must show us. ED, Emerson Mnangagwa, Isaac Moyo, Tafumane, Christopher Mutsvangwa, they are evil men, including that Chinamasa, will be giving them advice. It's their lawyer, their diabolical lawyer. We need to know where are those helicopters. They are being used to train terrorists. We've got Air Force. Air Force doesn't even have that kind of amount of helicopters. What is going on? Please help us to safeguard the people of Zimbabwe. They have been suffering under ED. And you, Masoja, you must safeguard the nation. You must reassure us that the nation, the people of Zimbabwe are not under threat from FAZ. And you are not doing it. They are renting houses around in Park Meadowlands. They've got a house which is a supply forward warehouse for their food. What are they bringing in Russians? FAZ, what are you doing with those Russians which are importing from South Africa, those small fish? Where are you taking those small fish? They are not meant for any supermarkets or tax shops. And FAZ is doing all those armed robberies. FAZ is smuggling through those long distance truck drivers, cross-border trucks. They are smuggling things from either DRC, Congo, Zambia, Botswana, South Africa, Mozambique. They are a danger, they are a threat. They are a terrorist organization. They must be dealt with. And the Iranian embassy in Zimbabwe must be spoken to and must be dealt with. Enough of this, we are tired. Our people must come first. Our borders must be safe. People in Zimbabwe must walk freely without looking over their shoulders that somebody might come and harm them. Enough of this. And Zimbabwe, I thank you for this broadcast. And I hope you have a good night. And God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.